Are you a business owner who is still doing payroll manually? Come here. Come closer. Stop. Stop doing payroll manually. Hey taxpayers, it's Tiffany Gonzalez, CPA here, to tell you that there are so many tax softwares, companies, and systems in which payroll no longer has to be done manually. First, let's talk about payroll and its complexity. When you choose to pay payroll, you have to register with the federal government. You also have to register in your state. Using that information, you now need to withhold from your employee in whatever frequency in which you pay them and remit those calculations after preparing them to the IRS and to the state. There are varying deadlines of when this money is due. Separately, you have to file quarterly with the federal government and with the state, two different types of tax returns. At the end of the year, you're also required to file a few more tax returns, including a federal unemployment form, a W-2 form, and a W-3 form. With the amount of calculations, payroll tax remittances, and payroll tax returns that are required, it only makes sense to pay a very small fee to a payroll company to handle this for you. Whenever I bring on new clients that pay payroll and do it manually, as in they manually calculate the payroll taxes, they manually remit those taxes to the government, and they manually fill in these IRS forms, I always recommend that they start working with a payroll company. And 10 out of 10 times, clients who follow this recommendation realize they should have done it much sooner. They gain back hours and years of mistakes, and they realize that the actual cost that they had to spend on such service was such a fraction of the value of their time, as well as the penalties they've paid over the years of either filing things late or incorrectly. Some clients still pay a CPA to do the forms manually. And ladies and gentlemen, it's 2024. The days of doing that are over. You are likely paying a CPA a lot of money to prepare these forms, as the value of their time is higher than the value of the software. And as a result, you are spending more than you need to do something manually. Why would any CPA recommend the use of software over paying them? It is because that CPA would rather you pay them for the real value that you can achieve, for the cost savings opportunities, tax planning strategies, advice, feedback, and just general thoughts on what your finances should be going forward. So now that my lecture is over, I want to tell you a story in which I recently acquired a client that was doing payroll manually. And when I initially spoke to this client about moving towards a software, they were immediately resistant. The idea that, oh, we're a small company, a payroll software is for big companies, I don't want to pay a payroll software fee. The first thing I did was compare my fees to what the payroll company would charge and showed them that my fees were going to be higher to manually prepare this. The second is I reviewed their manual records that were already filed, and I determined that they actually overpaid the IRS $20,000. You see, once a salary of over approximately $160,000 for one employee is paid during the year of 2023, you no longer need to withhold Social Security tax. But because this client was paying Social Security tax, calculating Social Security tax above that because they had no knowledge that after 160 they did not need to withhold, they continued to remit this to the IRS. Once I found this issue, I was able to help the client by amending old payroll tax returns so that they could retrieve such monies. But this is such a key example as to why a small software fee can save you tens of thousands, not only in late filing penalties, but also in mistakes in the very calculation that is being performed. So if you're watching this video and you're still doing payroll manually, I highly encourage you to call our office. It is a very simple, easy process that we offer to help you onboard with a new payroll company that you are going to love figuring out how to spend all the time that you're now going to save. And in the meantime, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook at Accounting to Scale. Until the next video, your favorite CPA, Tiffany Gonzalez.